And welcome back to the K40 Laser series, part 2, Gantry Inspection. Don't know if you can see too much under here, but there is you can see it, a screw over there, a screw over there, and it will focus, a screw there. I'm just going to undo all the screws I can see, and we'll see if it all comes out. I won't bother filming it, and we'll see you back when it's opened. Well, those screws only got that cover out. I undid a screw that held this plate on, and that exposed that there is in fact a bolt down there, a bolt down there, and a bolt over there and over there. So we're getting there. Pile of bits. Next step, get the bolts out. Well, here we go. We're pulling the flexi cable and the servo motor for the X and Y. The Y motor is on the flexi cable, and also the stops are on there. So that's a matter of pulling them out and feeding them back through a hole in the panel. There's the screws, or the 4 bolts, that's all unbolted. So now it's just a matter of pulling the cables through and jiggling it out. So that's what I'm doing now, just playing and swinging the camera about. Well, I thought here it would be a good idea to get a close-up of the laser mirror and draw a line on the metalwork and on the bracket, so that when it comes to putting it back together, I've got a starting point of roughly where it was. But I'm using a padding pencil and it's not working very well. When it comes to setting up the lasers, it all went out the window anyway. I think what you're buying when you buy a Chinese laser is you're buying a kit, and you'll spend a lot of time learning how not to make production items. Now, that is all the swarf around the pulley. As you can see, there is swarf all over the place. There are, not sure if it will come into focus, lumps. That's sort of screwdriver for comparison. You can see how big lumps of swarf are. Lots of sticky plastic that was stuck to it, and you can still see down there is lots of swarf waiting to fall off. And I kind of fixed the arm moves much sweeter now. And basically what I did, I didn't want to show anyone, but I undone those 2 screws and then just wound this backwards and forwards very gently, because they were no longer locked together, until I got to a point when I thought, right, that's it, and I did up the grub screws, and now it carries on lovely. The belts are now in sync with each other, and it's happy. The mechanism for the laser head is graunchy as hell, but it is, I wouldn't say made down to a price, it's made down way beyond that. Look, they don't even take the protective film off the aluminium when they've cut it. They don't really finish it. They leave it covered in swarf, and as you can see by the saw blade cuts, roughly hacksawed through, crudely drilled. That just pins that to that. There's no adjustment like on a 3D printer on the V-rails. So I think you get what you pay for. So basically at a later date this might all come out and be replaced with proper V-rails. Crude tensioning system, as again see, covered in swarf. So the job tomorrow is to clean all the swarf off, give it a good hoover down. You know, this is the end of travel, just a bent bit of metal. See how much it judders, and it just goes through the hole. So a work in progress. The idea is to obviously get it up and running, get using it, and then decide on what to replace and what to change. Because for the money it's still reasonable, but I would not say this would be suitable for a beginner. You know, you got to have some engineering background, I think, because you're going to have to take it apart and try and fettle it. But this is going to be a long video, so there we go. Well, I gave it a good hoover, I gave it a good scrape down to get all the bits off, and eventually put it back the next day into the body of the laser. And as they say in the Haynes manual, putting the bugger back is the opposite of how you got the bugger out. So if you like what you see, want to subscribe, click the subscribe button, hit the bell, and I'll catch you on the next one.